Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Of course, it's me, the blessed girl Ngina. I know I have been missing in action for quite a while, a long while, not just a while, a long while. So welcome guys. I know you've missed this pretty face, right? Right guys? Well, welcome to my channel and let's catch up, okay? And of course, before that, I have to tune in from my television and my other phone so that I can be sure you can hear me well. And yeah, so sorry, I don't know why I didn't do that earlier, but let me do it from my other phone. It's just next to me. Oh, feels so good to be here. Oh, let me first of all do away with the voice. Ingekuwa Mungu anauliza mwanadamu jinsi ya kumtendea. So welcome guys. Yeah, of course I can see myself from my other phone. And yeah, welcome and let's connect. So guys, this is me. I know I've been missing in action. I actually feel so confused. Like I feel I'm doing too much on the first day, or I don't know, but it kind of feels so weird. So welcome back. So it feels so good to be here, to be back here today after a while. Yeah, it feels so good. If you've been following up on this channel, this particular channel, the Chains and Choices podcast by me, of course, you've probably noticed that I've been quiet for a long while, right? And before we talk about anything else, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for staying, Thank you for being patient. Thank you to everyone who continued watching, subscribing, and supporting the podcast even while I was away and wasn't uploading anything. I mean, thank you so much for being here. You understand? You get it. I'm so grateful. And I just can't wait to meet you all. I know I had created such a community. We used to talk, we used to laugh, we used to have one-on-one engagement. And I know I went missing, I went MIA, but I'm back. The thing is, life happens. For sure, life happens. Sometimes we make plans, and sometimes life reminds us that it wasn't, or rather, it doesn't have to work the way we want, and that we're just human. So what I'm saying is, if you've been following up on this channel, you know that I went silent for some reasons. I mean, life happens. Sometimes we make plans here, and sometimes life reminds us that we are just human. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I mean, I've missed you so much. How are you doing? Let me know down in the chat where you're watching me from. It's been a minute. I can't remember the last time I did a live stream. It was way back in March. Hi, I'm so happy to see you. How are you doing? Oh, I love you much more. Please like the live. Thank you for liking. Thank you for stopping by. So as I was saying earlier, I have been missing in action for quite a few months, but I'm back. Life just happened. Anyway, I'm so sorry for that. And I'm so grateful for staying. I thank you for being patient. Thank you to everyone who continued watching, subscribing, and supporting this podcast even while I was not uploading anything. I mean, over the past few weeks, months, I haven't been feeling well. I needed to slow down, take care of myself, and allow myself to recover. It wasn't an easy decision, because I genuinely love creating this conversation with you all, for you. And but also realize that some things are very important. Taking care of myself is really important, and I really needed that. As you can see, I still have a bandage on me, but you can see I'm doing good. I have to mention that the universe really appreciates my existence, and every cell in my body is divinely healthy, because anyway, I'm so excited. I feel like I can talk the whole night Anyway, the thing is, my phone is fully charged 100%, so I'm gonna be here till it's 2%. So that is one thing for sure. So stick around and let's talk everything about childhood trauma, healing, overcoming generational curses and generational patterns, self-love, redefining yourself, rewriting your own narratives, not reliving your ancestral patterns, and not just living on anyone's blueprint. You have to rewrite your own story. He's coming. Who is coming? Thank you so much for being here, but I don't understand. Who is coming? Anyway, so everything we've been talking about on this podcast, that is healing, choosing yourself, breaking unhealthy cycles, it would have been unfair if I ignored those lessons in my life for sure. And one thing I learned about me, I have this healing aura around me because I find strangers opening up their stuff to me, and I always find solutions. And one thing you have to understand, that mganga ajigangi. A barber can never do his own hair. So you understand, and that's why, of course, I'm a Sagittarius. So I heal by isolating myself, thinking deep to myself, containing myself of the feelings, meditating, just being in my space. But I created this space, safe space for you, so that we can talk and heal together. Everything childhood trauma, everything self-love, everything rewriting your story, your own narrative. So what are you saying? Please use English. I can't understand what you're saying. English, please. So anyway, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that healing also means listening to your body, right? Taking a break isn't giving up, for sure. I know sometimes things get hard. You just wake up and feeling like putting everything to an end, and just taking a pause, stepping back and taking a pause is not giving up, for sure. Sometimes the healthiest decision you can make is to pause so that you can come back stronger, and that is exactly what I did. Yeah, I said I was unwell, and of course, besides being unwell, I had other things, like my cup was overflowing. So I was like, if I don't bail myself out, I'm gonna drown. And you know what, dude? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I had to take a pause, a step back, pause, and then come back stronger. And as you can see, you can read the mood. I'm I'm so sad for this. As I've said, we're gonna talk down everything about childhood trauma. Childhood trauma, because one thing I've realized in my generation, that is something we've been struggling, that is something we've been battling for the longest. And then this reminds me, I saw a meme yesterday. A girl was just trying to express herself to her guy, and then the guy replied like, this sounds like middle child crisis. And I was like, man of the year, wait, why would you say that to someone? What if you just hit the nail on the head? What if it's true that the girl has been battling some childhood trauma? Maybe growing up they were never given the space to to articulate themselves. They were never listened, like they were offered conditional love. Let's be nice. Let's be nice, my country people. And today I'm happy to tell you that I'm back. So hey guys, welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina, where we break cycles and embrace new possibilities. And anything to do with where I was, I've already said that. So a clean slate, right? A clean slate, a very clean slate. Of course, with me here I have my warm water infused with cloves. I am not aware of the health benefits. Don't come for me, but make sure to grab something because we're here to stay. Make sure to grab something. Your juice, warm water, cold water, your drink. I also have an energy drink because the energy is very contagious. Because trust me, you're gonna come here till my phone gets 2%. Anyway, not just back because I feel like posting. I'm back because I'm so ready. What did I say? I'm back. I'm so happy to be back. and not just back because I feel like posting, but because I'm so ready, surf ready, And yeah, I'm back because there are still so many conversations we need to have together. And this particular live stream is just about going through my first episode. Of course, I have my book with me. I said whenever you see me with this book, just know it's about to go down. Okay. Oh, guys, I'm so energetic. I'm so ready for this. So I thought before we continue with our episodes, why don't we just simply sit down today, this particular live stream, and reflect on where this journey began. For those joining us for the first time, welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina, where we break cycles and embrace new possibilities. This podcast was created because I believe every single one of us carries story that shape how we think, how we love, how we heal, and how we choose. Let me rephrase myself. Welcome. If you sorry, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina, where we break cycles and embrace new possibilities. This podcast was created because I believe every one of us carries stories that shapes how we think, how we love, how we heal, and how we choose ourselves in so many ways. How we relate with people, how we handle conflicts, how we love, how we show up as ourselves on a daily basis. The thing is, sometimes you don't even realize that we are living on autopilot. You get it. Like repeating the same patterns, making the same choices, and attracting the same people. By the way, let me ask you, have you ever sat down and thought to yourself, why is it that I attract certain caliber of people? Why is it that I tend to isolate myself when I'm not okay? Why is it like how you respond to crisis, how you respond to anger, how you respond to things sent to destroy your peace? Like, you get it. I know you get it. Wait, when is sharp girl, when is sharp boy? And I'm doing this for our generation because myself, I've dealt with a lot of childhood shit, a lot of generational shit that I was like, I'm gonna be the last person in our generation to fight this. And when you see me here, just see a face that says that authentically. This is where generational patterns ends. This is where generational sickness ends. This is where everything to do with generational shenanigans ends. So, welcome and let's talk everything about childhood trauma, self-love, unhealthy patterns, and rewriting our own narratives. The thing is, you don't have to live on anyone's blueprint. Just because your great grandmother was a pastor, you don't have to do that. You don't have any call to answer to that. You don't, okay? And then, as I've said, how I've already told you how this podcast was born, and until one day I was like, guy, why? And my why created the reasons as to why I'm here today. Just sitting by myself and asking myself, does it always have to be this way? Do I have to relive someone else's pattern? Or just saying to myself, there has to be another way. There has to be another way. And that's exactly why this podcast exists. Because trust me, you don't have to relive anyone's story. Trust me, you don't have to do something because your community, the society expects that of you. You can write your own narratives. And guys, you have to forgive me because I've been away for months. So like this talking, it's kind of like I'm struggling, but I know I was mad. I was born for the screens. So you gotta listen to this. So in the first series, we talked about breaking cycles. Which cycles? The very first episode challenged us to understand that the life we have today is often built on the choices we've been making repeatedly. You understand? The very first episode challenged us to understand that the life we've been living, or rather the life we are living today, is often built on the choices we've been making repeatedly. We discuss how toxic patterns don't disappear on their own. They continue until someone becomes aware enough to interrupt them. Let me open this book. I need to share something with you. For the newbies, welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina, where we break cycles and embrace new possibilities. Hey, I've been away for quite a long while that I feel like I'm doing too much. Well, this is where everything started, and we have a long way to go. Woo! I've written a lot for you guys. We have to fight this, okay? By ourselves. We are no longer going to relive what our forefathers lived. We are no longer going to read their accolades out loud, because when you sit and think to yourself, minus education, minus the big names like engineer, whoever and whoever, our forefathers were like, I believe in the gods of the land. I believe in this and that. My generation must do this. When the firstborn is born, this and this has to be done. No, no, no. We are not going to relive that. Okay? And as I've said, the first episode, it was about realizing that awareness is possible, because you cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. Okay, in the second episode we talked about recognizing those patterns. So before I get into details in the second episode, let me go through what I shared on my first episode. Welcome. So the first question was, have you ever felt stuck in a pattern you didn't create? Like you're reliving the same experiences, making the same choices, and carrying burdens that weren't yours to carry in the first place? Ask yourself that question. And when you get answers, sit by yourself, listen to yourself, and ask yourself, is there any other way I can rewrite my own story? The second question was, have you ever felt like you're stuck in a cycle, reliving the same struggles, making the same mistakes, or carrying wounds that aren't yours? Maybe it's a family pattern, a relationship dynamic, or a past experience you can't shake. But here is the thing, just because we were born into a certain story doesn't mean we have to stay in it. Okay, so I said, welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast, where we talk about the cycles we inherit, the choices we make, and how we can rewrite our own narratives. How we talk about childhood trauma. Here we talk about childhood trauma, love, friendship, family ties, generational curses, and everything in between. And the thing is, life often feels like a chain, an invisible thread connecting us to our past, our pain, and the patterns we have inherited. Maybe you grew up in a family, or rather a home, where love was absent, where words hurt more than they healed. Maybe you carried roots from childhood trauma into your adulthood, mistaking survival for living. Maybe the relationship you form today are echoes of the brokenness you once knew. And what does that mean? Most of the things we do on a daily basis, like right now, trust me, there are echoes of our past. Maybe you're struggling with something of which you're so innocent you don't know that is a pattern. That's why whenever I'm talking to my peers, I'm always like, whenever like, let's say a friend is telling me, Ngina, this happened to me. Something happened to me juicy, and the same thing happened to me like 2 years ago. I look at you and be like, don't you think this is something you are fighting? Or maybe I can ask you, tell me a little bit about your family. Tell me a little bit about your lineage. Like, has anyone else ever experienced the same shit you're going through right now? Think deep. Be kind to yourself. Don't get mad. Just be patient with yourself. Like, be kind to yourself. Okay, usiamke ukasema hii kitu mamangu ilimfanyikia sasa inanifanyikia. No, you don't have to do that. Okay, but here is the truth. While we may be born into chains, we are not bound to them forever. That's where choices come in. Remember, I'm taking you through the first episode. Okay, You have a choice to continue the cycle or break free. You have a choice to love in the way you were taught or to unlearn and redefine love for yourself. So, you saying, kindly use a language you can understand, please. Like, I don't have a moderator, I'm doing this by myself. So, a language you can understand. Because honestly, I don't have the time to read my book, look at what you're commenting, and still have the time to go and translate it to English. So please, I would appreciate it if you use a language we all can understand. So as I've said, you have a choice to hold onto friendship that drain you or surround yourself with the people who pour into you. You also have a choice to be shackled by generational curses or to create a new legacy. And every day we stand at a crossroads between what we have known and what we become. And this podcast is about the journey, the journey of breaking chains and making choices. I hope you understand. So, if you ever felt stuck, if you ever question why certain patterns keep repeating themselves in your life, if you ever wondered whether you can truly rewrite your story, this is your space, this is your moment. Welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina. Let's start this journey together. I'm basically taking you through the first episode. So please, when you get time, or rather, you don't necessarily have to leave this live stream and go check the podcast. You can stay here. Make sure you subscribe to this amazing channel because this is a safe space for everyone. Then later on, you go and listen to all the videos I've uploaded. Trust me, you'll have something to take home. And now that you already know what this podcast is all about, let's talk about when you can expect new episodes. I'll be posting, now that I'm back. Anyway, early in January, I was posting every Wednesday and Friday. I took a break due to unavoidable circumstances, but now since I'm back, we're gonna stick to that particular schedule, posting on every Wednesday and Friday. And on this new journey, I've said we are starting on a clean slate. I apologize for going MIA. So we're gonna be starting on the love series, season 2. Season 2 is all about, no, season 2, sorry, episode 1, series 2, which is love story. Okay, and one thing I have to remind you why you need to stick here. This podcast is not about me talking, it's about us connecting. I want to hear from you and tell me what topics you expect me to take you through, what chains you have been trying to break, what choices have shaped you, and what choices have shaped your journey. I mean, just drop in your thoughts in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from and let's connect. That was basically it about episode 1, series 1, about understanding childhood trauma. And then from there I went to season 2. It's a lot. Childhood trauma series 1 was foundation and purpose of the podcast, nimewasomea yote. Series 2, we have the childhood trauma series, understanding childhood trauma and its impact. We define childhood trauma and its long-term effects. We discussed about past wounds, friendship, romantic relationship, and family ties. Welcome guys, and thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like the live stream, please. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know in the chat where you're catching up from. Just say hello in the chat. Welcome guys, I'm so happy to see you today. It's been a minute. Oh, this is so nice seeing all of you right here right now after 4 months break. It's been a lot. Anyway, so as I was saying, in the second episode, we talked about recognizing those patterns, how sometimes we keep choosing emotionally unavailable people. Oh, let me sip something. Because when it comes to choosing an emotionally unavailable people, I think I was born for this. I feel like I was born for this. as I said, I'm having hot water, or rather warm water infused with cloves. So make sure to grab something because we are here to stay. As I said, I've missed you so much. It's been a minute, it's been months, and I'm back. I'm back. Not just because I would love to connect with you or anything. It's because I'm ready. Remember, I was born for this. I'm such a healer. So, oh, just a minute. Before I forget what I was saying, the second episode we talked about recognizing the patterns. Which patterns? Patterns like how sometimes we keep choosing emotionally unavailable people. I know for once in your lifetime, in your story, somewhere in between your day-to-day life, I know there's a day you felt like you've chosen such emotionally unavailable person, especially men. Anyway, how we keep saying yes when we mean no, how we keep over explaining ourselves, how we keep abandoning ourselves because somewhere along the way we learned that being accepted was way more important than being authentic. And that's why, girl, learn to be authentic, okay? Learn to stick on, guy. I hope I'm not shouting, but when you say a no, you don't have to explain yourself. Trust me, a no is a full statement. A no is a full statement. But the thing is, sometimes I find myself explaining myself because there ain't no way I can tell you something for the first, second, third time, and you're not understanding unless you're choosing not to understand. So the moment you see me explaining myself, I'm explaining myself. The thing is, I've called myself a meeting and told myself it seems that this guy is not this and this. He's not emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent. So you know what, Ngina, let's shrink ourselves just a little bit and pour some sense into this person. And I'm like, I said no simply because this and this is not this and na 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 da 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 da, you know. But learn to say a no without explaining yourself, simply because a no is a full statement. Understood? And that conversation reminds us that every unhealthy pattern started somewhere. Okay, that's what our season 2, or rather our episode 2, was about. And the third episode became even more personal. Why am I saying this? We spoke about making different choices. We spoke about different things and how we can rewrite our own narratives. I shared how transformation doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it starts with one boundary, just one boundary, saying, yeah, you're my friend, but you're not too close for this. Don't touch me, okay? Don't touch me without my consent. That is a boundary. Don't do this to me. Please don't come close to me. One decision to stop settling. One honest conversation. One moment when you finally choose peace over familiarity. And that's when we arrived at the fourth episode. I'm basically taking you through series 1, the episodes I already did, before we get into series 2. Okay. And as I've mentioned, series 2 is gonna be all about love series. Love series. I know you all ain't ready for that, but I'm here. I'm here to take you through. Oh, life is worth living again. Anyway, when it comes to series 3, not series, why am I getting confused? Welcome, guys. How are you doing? Let me know where you're catching up from. Just say hello in the chat. How is your mood today? As for me, I'm super excited to be back. I missed talking to you guys. I missed being here. And the thing that, being the fact that I was born for this, for the screens, I feel so blessed to be here. I'm back. Not fully recovered, as you can see, but a girl is so happy to be back. So, what was I saying? We arrived to the fourth episode, one of my favorite conversations. We talked about practical steps towards healing because awareness alone isn't enough. Healing requires intention. It requires patience. It requires giving yourself permission to begin again without expecting perfection. We also talked about journaling, self-reflection, sorry, speaking kindly to yourself, learning to rest, and understanding that healing isn't a race, or rather healing is not a race. It's a relationship you build with yourself every other single day. And when I look back at those conversations, I realize something beautiful. This podcast has never been about having all the answers. It's about asking better questions. It's about creating space where we can be honest with ourselves without shame, where we can admit we are struggling without feeling weak, and where healing becomes something we walk through together. And honestly, taking this back reminds me of everything I've already talked about. I had to practice what I've been preaching for sure. I had to choose rest. I had to extend grace to myself. I had to accept that slowing down isn't failure, and sometimes the strength, or rather the strongest thing you can do, is to admit that you need time. So if you're also been feeling overwhelmed lately, if life has forced you to slow down, if you're carrying things nobody knows about, I just want to encourage you today, okay? Give yourself permission to recover. Give yourself permission to begin again. You don't have to rush healing, honestly. You don't have to compete with anyone. The journey is yours. Your journey is your own. Are we together, guys? Oh, I love this. I love this. I literally love everything about this series. Series 1 taught us a lot. And if you're new here, please, after this live stream, please go back to the channel. Okay? The name is the Chains and Choices Podcast by Ngina. Go scroll down to the first episode, the introduction one. And don't forget to subscribe, please, so that you don't miss any upcoming episode, because as I've said, I'm back. This was just a little catch up. I'm super excited to catch up with you all and to see you all here, because what do you mean, it's been months, but still I can see people I was talking to months ago. Oh, and guys, as we continue moving forward, I'm excited because we have so much ahead of us. We have already explored breaking cycles, we have explored childhood trauma, and now we are stepping into one of the most requested conversation, which is love. Love, healthy love, self-love, attachment, boundaries, relationship, choosing yourself, and everything that comes with learning how to love from a healed place instead of a wounded one. I genuinely cannot wait to continue this journey with you. Oof, guys. I'm so our girl is super excited. Like, I was meaning to be here for hours, but it was just a catch up. Just a catch up. Guys, welcome to this live stream. How have you been? Did you miss me? Of course I did. I did. I missed you so big. This way. Oof. To guys. Mwah. Kimunju for you guys. But for sure, I missed you. I just couldn't wait just to have my setup ready, to have myself ready to come and talk to you. Also, don't forget to check out my lifestyle channel. The username is Ngina Georges. I do lifestyle content. I just documenting my day from day 1, 2, 3, just everything in between my days, school days, work days, indoor days, chaotic days, messy days, days when I feel like giving up. Please check out. I'm actually gonna be leaving the link for you in the description box, okay? And I think after this, by the way, I'm gonna do a short live stream on that. Yeah, that's such a good idea. After this live stream on this podcast channel, I think I'm gonna go into the lifestyle channel and say hi, because trust me, I went MIA on both channels, this podcast and the other one. So guys, welcome to the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina, where we break cycles and embrace new possibilities. We basically talk about childhood trauma, self-love, healing, unhealthy patterns, generational curses, family ties, and everything. And I've given a brief story, a short story about the episodes I already posted, and now that I'm back, we're gonna be kick-starting on the second episode, which is the love series. So I'm super excited. We have to talk about love, every other thing, any other area of love, be it family love, romantic love, family, friendship love, healthy love, everything to self-love, everything to do with love. I just can't wait. I just can't wait, because there's a place for you in this community. Trust me, this is actually a safe space for you, where we have honest conversations. Okay. Oh, I'm so super excited. You can see. Anyway, let me see what I have for series 2. The thing is, it was season 1. I did series 1, 2, 3, series 1, 2, and now we are kickstarting series 3, the love episode, the love series. We're gonna be talking about the chains of toxic love, recognizing unhealthy relationships, signs of toxic relationship and unhealthy attachment styles. We're also going to be talking about choosing yourself, how to cultivate self-love, importance of self-love and practical ways to develop it, breaking free from codependency, how to build healthy relationships, understanding codependency and setting boundaries, manifesting healthy love and what a healthy relationship looks like, and the traits of a healthy relationship and how to attract one. That is everything we're going to be talking about, or rather tackling, in the love series. Then after that, we go on to family and generational cycles. And for this one, it's going to be our series 4. Please make sure not to miss out. I'd rather you miss the love series, because you can love on your own terms. You can choose how to define love. You can choose to work on what you were taught about love when you were a child. But when it comes to family and generation cycles, trust me, I'm here for you to make sure that you, ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, my online bestie, that you have to understand that you don't have to relive anyone's pattern. You have cycles you need to break. You have patterns you need to break. Okay? You can rewrite your own narrative. So, what is it about family and generational cycles? We're gonna be talking about breaking free from generational curses. Understanding what exactly are generational curses and how we identify them. I just can't wait to take you through all this. After that, we talk about family ties, negotiating, or rather navigating through family relationship. After that, setting boundaries and dealing with unsupportive family members. This is something I've been seeing on my For You page on TikTok. And I love that my generation is so woke when it comes to family issues, when it comes to generational cycles. I love it. I love to see how my generation is so woke and not playing. We are not here to play. The thing is, we are not here to play. Anyway, after that, we come to the power of forgiveness in family healing. Then forgiveness versus accountability and how to heal family wounds. Okay? After that, creating a new legacy. You have to rewrite your own narrative. So you have to create a legacy. And the thing is, just because your mom was a witch, you don't have to be a witch. Just because your grandmother was a pastor, you don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to walk on eggshells. You don't have to walk, or rather live on anyone's blueprint. I need you to ask yourself, who am I? What do I need to be myself, and how can I walk into being myself. And one day you're gonna sit down and thank yourself for listening to yourself and calling yourself a meeting and I'm saying to yourself, I need to rewrite my own narrative. So the thing is, one day the thing is, you have to rewrite your own narrative and create a legacy, your own. Then after that, we're going to be talking about building a healthier family pattern. Then the closing point is how to be the cycle breaker and start a new path. So as I've said, I'd rather you miss the love series, but make sure not to miss the family and generational cycles series. Hiyo nayo itakuwa moto. Hiyo ingine itakuwa by the way, I have like and then 2 more series so that we can go to season 2. Actually, season 1 has 6 series, and the closing one, which is gonna be the 4th one. Then we go to season 2, everything about spiritual growth and purpose. And I hope this time round sitapotea, because I haven't posted in months. Well, I couldn't do it. I've talked about it, but I'm so ready. This time round, I'm so ready. And thank you so much for stopping here. I hope to see you every other Wednesday and Friday, because I'm gonna be posting as per my previous calendar. Okay? Is that okay? So we are so done with this book for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me see whether I have more points to say. Well, if you're new here, welcome home. Okay, this is a place for you there's a place for you in this community. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for allowing me to connect with you all. Okay, and thank you for reminding me why I started this podcast in the first place. Okay, this is the Chains and Choices podcast by Ngina, where we break cycles and embrace new possibilities. The thing is, I'm back, and this time we're moving forward together. Until next time, take very good care of yourself, choose yourself, and remember, healing isn't about becoming someone else. It's about finally coming home to yourself. Do you have any questions for me? Guys? Are you excited to see this pretty face? Are you excited to see this healer? Well, trust me, from where I'm seated, the comfort of my home, I'm so excited to see you, to connect with you, or rather to reconnect. The thing is reconnecting. And if you're new here, trust me, there's a space for you in this community. This is a safe space for you all, so we can talk and engage in life-changing conversations. So welcome. I think that's all for the day. It was just a catch-up anyway, and to let you know that the movement, because I'm such a movement, I'm battling some cold. I know I'm such a movement. I was just coming to say the huge movement is back with so much energy. Read the room. Make sure to subscribe to this amazing channel so we can call it a night. The thing that, I started this live stream when my phone was 100%, and right now it's 76, and I was hoping to stay here till it's 2%, but maybe can I take you through series 2? Can I? Series 4, I mean 3. Hey, but it's a lot. The love series. No, I can't do this right now. It's a lot. Anyway, again, out of topic, I know, but the first half of the year is already done. How far now with your goals? How far are you with your what is it called, vision board? How many things have you ticked? How is life? Guys, I've missed you. Let me just go say hi to my lifestyle channel fans, because this was awesome catch up. I'm glad you've been here. I'm happy to see you alive. You're kicking. You've engaged. Thank you for sharing the live stream. Thank you for liking. Thank you for stopping by. See you. Let's go to my lifestyle channel, Ngina Georges. Let's go there. Bye.